exists. Why do we not hear that about Josh Allen as much, even though they design runs for him? But that's fine.
I hear it about Josh
Allen.
Well,
they're worried about him getting hurt the way he runs.
because he trucks people over.
Because he trucks people, right.
Exactly.
But not that he can't win with that style. There's a difference.
Well, the whole style, a lot of it is also, I hear Q break this down, the style in which Baltimore likes to play.
Absolutely.
It's Baltimore style.
Absolutely. But
more so than Lamar style.
But I think based on Lamar's tenure in Baltimore and what he's been able to do with the Ravens, just play with me for a minute here. If he was ever to be a free guy in free agency, if he was just for whatever, he would have all teams lined up.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. This time, 2 years ago,
Maybe not.
But
now you can win with that, period.
There's some people who are willing to challenge that and think of it differently. But the fact of the matter is, Lamar Jackson is improving at those traditional things also. It is scary. And if he does this in quiet, which he's kind of doing it secretly, where he's balling from the pocket, and he still keeps this part of his game, like he is going to be, I don't know what's better than the best, but he's going to be that. And this team around him is going to get better because of him. He's one of the few players in football that actually lifts all boats around him. He is a rising tide. We say it about other quarterbacks, but nobody really does it like he does.
Marcus, get in here.
Hey guys, I listen, man. This is about to take a turn, okay? And I'm just warning everybody before we start.
Let's go.
Lamar Jackson is a black quarterback, okay? That has a lot to do with how he's talked about. Could you imagine if Baker Mayfield was having the career Lamar Jackson is having right now? If we would be having these conversations or talking about some anonymous GM talking about him winning 12 times. I hate that I got to bring that up. But when it comes to Lamar Jackson, it's always, but. What is he going to do? Bro, the dude, to your point, G, what you just said, Lamar Jackson, and it should stop there. Right now, Lamar Jackson is the best player in the NFL. Right now. That's what he is. Guess what? 2 years ago, he was the best player in the NFL. And we still got to have people out here in the public having conversations. Not us here. I've heard everybody agree about Lamar Jackson's ability, his talent, and what he does successfully. I got on Lamar Jackson last year for throwing interceptions because I thought he was buying into trying to be what everybody thought he should be. He's a great quarterback. That's what he is. He's a football player, but he's a great quarterback. I just get so frustrated, man. And I hate bringing this up because we got to have these conversations a lot, but they matter. It matters when we're talking about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson can come out here like that anonymous guy said, and everybody drinks. He might have been drunk. If he won 12 MVPs, he would never. What other quarterback would you say that about? What other guy that you've ever seen the position would you say that about? What Lamar Jackson and what we've seen him do, why are we still having conversations about this dude not being a top 5 or a top 6 quarterback in the NFL? I tweeted out during the game, I said Lamar Jackson can't throw because I wanted to see what the reaction would be. You know, I actually had guys come on Twitter and Instagram and people in the sphere say, yeah, you're right, Swaggle. I was being sarcastic, America. That's what I was being. But when it comes, I'm just tired of having this conversation about what is Lamar. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. It should stop right there.
Go ahead, Danny.
I mean, he's absolutely right, because the issue when you talk about criticism of Lamar is it's often anonymous, because you can hide behind anonymity when your evaluation is rooted in bias and in preconceived notions. And obviously the issue throughout history that has confronted black quarterbacks in the NFL has been rooted in bias and preconceived notions. And ideally you start to break through it, but it's not all gone, obviously. But I mean, fundamentally, people don't like to give up on their pre-draft evaluations, right? If you didn't think Lamar Jackson was any good before he got drafted, you're going to cling to that as long as you can. And I think that's what you see in some of these anonymous quotes. Unfortunately, the world of 2022 is a grumpy place. I mean,